All right, first I'm going to take one more minute. I know we've been patient. You guys have been awesome, and thank you so much for all these wonderful speeches. But I do have to say something to my high school coach, who's about to come up. About 13 years ago, I was without direction, without any idea of what I was going to do, and my wife, nowadays, who want to make sure I mentioned this before he came up, you know, coaches change your lives, and there's those moments where there's people who maybe don't believe in God, but you know, when these moments happen, they're providence, and you know they are. And I said, well, you know, maybe I'll go up and see if Coach Warren will let me hang around track practice. And the day I showed up, had no idea, this is before, you know, Twitter and Facebook and texting and all this kind of stuff. The day I came up there was the day that Coach Warren was having a coach's skull session, and they were talking about the upcoming season, and it happened to walk in at that very moment when they were talking about that what they were going to do that year and everything else. And that moment changed my life. I discovered within a week of coaching with Coach Warren that this is something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I'm so happy that he can come up here and get honored, and I can repay the favor just a little bit. I love you, Steve. Come on up, man, after this video, okay?
Steve Warren was born and raised in St. Louis and ran track at Melville for Coach Bill Zimmerman. He earned an AA from Merrimack, a BA from Maryville University, and an MAT from Webster University. Steve taught at John Burroughs for 1 year. He was hired at Parkway Central in 1978 and was the head track coach from 1979 to the present.
Coach Warren, this is Ron Davis. Congratulations on getting 7 to Hall of Fame. You've been an inspiration not only to me, but many of your athletes and students throughout the years. Well deserved. God bless.
Parkway Central coach Steve Warren and Eric Civil, who was runner-up place, helped the Colts take the boys title. Tell me, Coach, what your thoughts and expectations were going into the race and how it went.
I was real excited about the race. The boys have trained very hard the last few weeks and of course all season. Preparation was there. I think good things were happening.
He was the assistant water polo coach from 1979 to 1980, the head cross-country coach from 1981 to 2013.
Hi, Coach Warren. Congratulations on being inducted to the Missouri State Hall of Fame. What a great honor and a well-deserved one. It was an honor and a privilege to be coached by you in high school, and I personally would not have achieved all state honors in high school and all-American honors in college if it wasn't for your guidance. You taught me great work ethic on and off the track, mental toughness, perseverance, and how to be a team leader. I'm proud to have had you as a coach and most importantly as a friend. Again, congratulations.
All of his coaching was done at Parkway Central. There were many coaches that started at Parkway Central.
Hey Steve, I just wanted to be one of the first people to congratulate you again on being entered into the Hall of Fame. Your career has been historic in so many ways. Some coaches are measured on stats, some coaches are measured on the people that they influence, and some coaches are on the things that they do to help the sport. And Steve, you've accomplished great things in all 3 of those categories. Your lineage of your coaching tree speaks volumes for all the people that you've helped become mentors to young men and women. And I'm so proud to be a part of honoring you today in what will become one of, I imagine, one of the greatest moments as a person can have as a track coach. We're very proud of you. You've done an excellent job, and I'm so happy that we get to honor you today with something excellent for all these wonderful kids that you've turned into young men over the 30 plus years that you've been a coach here at Parkway Central. and cross-country track and field. Thank you, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Warren.
Wow. Well, I'm humbled to be standing here in front of you tonight. I want to thank God for this honor and the opportunity to teach and coach. Thank you, Ryan, for nominating me and all your effort on my behalf. To the other inductees, congratulations. Roberta, Keith, take it easy on the Colts this spring. Thanks to my family for all their support and help, especially at the meets. It's not hard to find at least 3 or 4 Warrens at a track meet. I want to thank my athletes. Your enthusiasm and hard work are inspiring. The bond we share will always be a special place. I tried to enrich your lives, but I think the reverse has happened. I've worked with some great and outstanding assistant coaches over the years. To my current staff, Gene Ball, Brian Guilfoyle, Todd Beffa, and David Jafari. To those that were listed on the intro, and to many more, I say thank you. These guys are responsible for so much of the success at Parkway Central. Coach Ball and I have teamed up for 15 seasons, and I consider him one of the finest jump coaches in the state. But if you ever get the chance to coach with your own kid, that's a blessing all to itself. Thank you, Matthew. What fun and special time we had and continue to have and share as we compete against one another. I remember your first track meet. I had to judge the 4x100. It was one of the worst oh-nos in my coaching career, as your team was out of the zone and I had to disqualify my own son in his very first high school race. How ironic that now you're the head coach at Lafayette, the site of that first track meet. A very, very special thank you goes to one person. This person is not on the payroll, does not have the title of coach, but has contributed more to me and my teams than anyone associated with our program. This person is my wife, Connie. Being the wife of a coach is hard. Coaching hours are long, and even when we're at home, our heads very often are still at the track. Connie has always supported and counseled me whenever my competitive spirit starts to cloud my vision. I have an issue to deal with. I go to my expert. Connie has a gift, an insight, an ability to see things so clearly. Her influence on me as a teacher and coach and this program is more than she will ever realize. I love you and thank you. There's a camaraderie with the people privileged to be called coach. I came into coaching surrounded by a group of career coaches. Fred Lyon, Steve Baxter, Jim Schmuck, Dale Shepard, Gordon Ryder, Stan Nelson, Bob Carter, Charlie Beck, Wayne Baldwin. I watched how these guys carried themselves and how their teams competed. I learned so much from these guys. You either got better or you got embarrassed. I think I was on the other side of that.
Or you bought hot dogs.
Don't make me start telling stories, Wayne. Most importantly, we competed as friends. This will be my 37th season, and the camaraderie and friendship are just as strong. I'm honored to be included with this class of inductees and love the fact that we all answer with pride to the title of coach. We have lots of meets at Parkway Central. We host an invitational in the fall and spring, and usually have a conference, district, or sectional. I want to thank the core of loyal people that have worked our meets. Most in that crew have been together for 25 years or more. The dedication and teamwork they have is a tremendous factor in the success of those meets. I want to thank our principals and ADs, Don Rothermick, Mike Roth, and Mike Gahn, for supporting our effort in making these events so successful. I've always thought this was a very humbling sport. Looking into this room, I have memories of my teams getting spanked by many of you sitting right out there. Over the years, we've won a few meets, we've taken some kids to state, we set a record or two, but what it's really all about is the relationships you develop. When I'm out somewhere, it's rare not to run into one of my students or athletes. The meetings are always warm and heartfelt. I ran for Coach Bill Zimmerman at Melville. I thought he was one of the finest men I've ever known. The relationship we had made the tough workouts just a little easier. Coach Z sponsored the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at our school. He invited me to one of the meetings. I agreed, which led to me joining FCA. That summer, I attended the FCA conference at Colorado State. I found Jesus at that conference, and my life changed. Fast forward to November 2014. I received a letter from a former athlete. This athlete ran for me for 4 years. He never made it to state. He set no records. He won very few medals. He worked hard and loved his time on the track team. Basically, he's like the majority of the kids we have on our team. The essence of his letter was he felt a connection, a relationship with me, and through our talks, he found a strengthening in his faith. I had no idea this was happening. He went on to say how he hopes to coach track one day. We work hard as coaches. We put together great training plans and work tirelessly on technique and hoping to score well in the meets. In the end, victories, the real victories, the ones that really matter, are never seen on the scoreboard. Remember, coaches, you make a difference. Once again, let me say how humbled and honored I am. Thank you.